She's a force of fashion and a powerful woman, Anna Wintour once said of Beyoncé, capturing her undeniable influence. Beyoncé Giselle Knowles Carter, born in Houston, Texas, rose to fame as the lead singer of Destiny's Child before soaring as a solo artist, selling over 100 million records. An icon of music, feminism, and empowerment, she's won 22 Grammys and inspired millions with her artistry and activism. Let's dive into 10 of her most inspiring quotes that ignite passion and purpose. Quote 1. If everything was perfect, you would never learn and you would never grow. This powerful statement from Beyoncé captures a universal truth that resonates deeply, serving as a beacon for anyone navigating life's challenges. Its importance lies in its raw honesty. It redefines perfection as a barrier to progress, urging us to embrace imperfection as the catalyst for personal evolution. In a world obsessed with flawless outcomes, Beyoncé's words remind us that growth is born from struggle, mistakes, and the courage to push forward despite setbacks. This quote is a call to action, encouraging resilience and a mindset that sees obstacles as opportunities. At its core, Beyoncé's quote speaks to the human experience of learning through adversity. Perfection, while tempting, is a mirage that stifles development. If every step you took was flawless, there would be no need to adapt, reflect, or improve. Life's imperfections, whether a failed project, a broken relationship, or an unexpected detour, force you to confront your limitations and discover your resilience. Beyoncé, who has faced her own share of challenges, from the pressures of fame to public scrutiny, embodies this philosophy. Her journey from a young performer in Houston to a global icon was not a straight path but one marked by setbacks that shaped her into the powerhouse she is today. She's shared stories of grueling rehearsals, creative risks that didn't always land, and moments of self-doubt, yet each stumble taught her something new about her craft and herself. This quote reflects her belief that growth is not a byproduct of ease but of effort and persistence through life's messiness. The deeper meaning here is that imperfection is not failure, it's a teacher. When things go wrong, you're forced to ask hard questions. What can I do better? How can I adapt? These moments of discomfort spark innovation and self-discovery. Beyoncé's career illustrates this vividly. When Destiny's Child faced internal conflicts, she didn't shy away. She learned leadership and resilience, eventually launching a solo career that redefined music. Similarly, when her 2013 album faced skepticism for its unconventional release, she trusted her vision, proving that stepping into the unknown can yield extraordinary results. Her words challenge the notion that success is a smooth road, instead framing it as a jagged path where each stumble hones your strength and wisdom. For you, this quote is a guide to embracing life's imperfections as opportunities for growth. When you face a setback, a job rejection, a personal mistake, or a dream that feels out of reach, don't see it as a dead end. Instead, ask yourself what lesson lies within. Maybe a failed business venture teaches you to refine your strategy, or a strained friendship reveals the importance of communication. You can apply this by shifting your perspective, view challenges as invitations to evolve. For example, if you're struggling to master a new skill, don't aim for instant perfection. Practice, stumble, and learn from each attempt. Celebrate small progress, knowing that every misstep is sculpting a stronger version of you. Beyoncé's own journey shows that even the most successful people grow through trial and error. When she performed at Coachella, it wasn't just a triumph, but the result of months of grueling preparation and lessons learned from earlier performances. You, too, can harness setbacks to fuel your ambitions. This mindset also applies to relationships and personal goals. If you're navigating a tough conversation or a career pivot, don't fear the messiness. Each challenge is a chance to learn empathy, patience, or courage. By accepting that perfection isn't the goal, you free yourself to take risks. Whether it's starting a new venture, pursuing a passion, or standing up for what you believe in. Beyoncé's quote reminds you that growth is a lifelong journey, and every imperfect moment is a step toward becoming your best self. Let her words inspire you to lean into the discomfort, trust the process, and keep growing. Quote 2. Your self-worth is determined by you. You don't have to depend on someone telling you who you are. This profound statement from Beyoncé strikes at the heart of personal empowerment, offering a rallying cry for self-belief in a world often quick to judge. Its importance lies in its bold rejection of external validation, urging you to claim ownership over your identity and value. In an era where social media and societal pressures can drown out your inner voice, Beyoncé's words are a powerful reminder that true confidence begins within, making this quote a timeless beacon for self-discovery and resilience. The essence of this quote is about reclaiming your narrative. Beyoncé emphasizes that your sense of worth isn't a trophy to be awarded by others, it's a truth you define. Society often pushes us to seek approval, whether through likes, compliments, or recognition, but this can trap you in a cycle of dependency, where your value hinges on someone else's opinion. Beyoncé, who has navigated the spotlight since her teens, knows this pressure intimately. From her early days in Destiny's Child to her solo career, she faced constant scrutiny, critics questioning her style, her choices, even her authenticity. Yet, she forged her path by trusting her vision, whether it was embracing her roots in Lemonade or redefining music releases with her self-titled album. This quote reflects her journey of self-definition, showing that true power comes from knowing who you are, regardless of what the world says. This idea resonates deeply because it challenges you to break free from external expectations. When you let others define your worth, whether it's a boss, a partner, or even a stranger online, you surrender your agency. Beyoncé's words flip this dynamic, insisting that you are the author of your story. Her life exemplifies this. When faced with doubters, she didn't shrink but doubled down on her artistry, creating works like Homecoming that celebrated her identity unapologetically. The quote also speaks to the universal struggle of self-doubt. Everyone, at some point, grapples with feeling not enough. Beyoncé's message is a lifeline, reminding you that your worth isn't tied to fleeting validation but to the strength you cultivate within. It's about standing tall in your truth, even when the world tries to tell you otherwise. For you, this quote is a blueprint for building unshakable confidence. Start by recognizing your unique strengths. Maybe it's your creativity, your kindness, or your determination. Write them down, reflect on them, and let them anchor you when doubt creeps in. When you face criticism, whether it's a harsh comment at work or a dismissive remark from a friend, pause and remind yourself, their words don't define you. Instead, ask what you believe about yourself. If you're chasing a dream, like starting a business or pursuing a passion, don't wait for someone to give you permission. Take inspiration from Beyoncé, who launched her surprise 2013 album against industry norms, trusting her gut over skeptics. You can apply this by setting personal goals that align with your values, not someone else's expectations. If you're struggling with self-image, practice affirmations that reinforce your worth, like, "I am enough as I am." Over time, these small acts of self-belief build a foundation no one can shake. This mindset also transforms relationships. When you know your worth, you set healthier boundaries, choosing connections that uplift rather than diminish you. If you're navigating a career change or a personal challenge, lean into Beyoncé's wisdom, trust your inner compass. You don't need a crowd's applause to know you're worthy. By defining your value, you inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of empowerment. Beyoncé's words are a call to action. Claim your worth, own your story, and let your light shine, no permission needed. Quote 3. I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself. This electrifying declaration from Beyoncé encapsulates the essence of self-confidence and calculated risk-taking, serving as a powerful anthem for anyone striving to trust their own potential. Its importance lies in its unapologetic embrace of self-belief, urging you to back yourself even when the odds seem uncertain. In a world that often demands caution, Beyoncé's words inspire you to take bold leaps, trusting that your abilities and determination are the surest bet you can make. This quote is a rallying cry for courage, resilience, and the audacity to invest in your own dreams. The meaning of this quote runs deep, reflecting a mindset that prioritizes self-trust over external assurances. Gambling implies uncertainty, but Beyoncé flips this by suggesting that believing in yourself is the safest risk you can take. It's not about reckless abandon but about recognizing your own worth and capabilities. Beyoncé's career is a testament to this philosophy. From her bold decision to leave Destiny's Child and pursue a solo career to her groundbreaking 2013 album drop without traditional promotion, she consistently bet on her vision, even when it defied industry norms. These choices weren't without risk. Critics questioned her moves, and the stakes were high. But her unwavering belief in her talent and work ethic paid off. The quote speaks to the idea that self-confidence is a form of currency. When you invest in yourself, you create opportunities that others might never see. It's about trusting your instincts, even when the path ahead is unclear, and knowing that your drive and resilience will carry you through. Beyoncé's journey illustrates this beautifully. When she performed at Coachella in 2018, creating a cultural milestone with Homecoming, it wasn't just a triumph of talent but of relentless preparation and faith in her vision. She bet on herself, pouring months into crafting a performance that celebrated Black culture and broke boundaries. Similarly, when she launched Ivy Park, her athleisure brand, she took a risk in a competitive market, trusting her creative instincts and business acumen. The quote challenges you to see yourself as your greatest asset. It's not about ignoring fear but about choosing to act despite it, knowing that your skills, passion, and perseverance are worth banking on. In a society that often pushes conformity or doubt, Beyoncé's words are a reminder that the most rewarding risks are those rooted in self-belief. For you, this quote is a call to action to trust your own potential in everyday life. When you face a big decision, whether it's applying for a dream job, starting a new project, or speaking up for what you believe in, don't wait for a guarantee of success. Bet on yourself. Take that leap, knowing that your effort and determination are your strongest allies. If you're hesitant to pursue a passion, like writing a book or learning a new skill, start small but start now. Trust that your ability to learn and adapt will lead you forward. For example, if you're eyeing a career shift but fear failure, channel Beyoncé's mindset. Prepare diligently, trust your instincts, and take the plunge. Even if you stumble, each step builds your resilience. When she faced setbacks, like the criticism of her early solo work, Beyoncé didn't retreat, she doubled down, refining her craft. You can do the same by seeing challenges as chances to grow stronger. This approach also applies to personal relationships and self-advocacy. If you're negotiating a raise or setting boundaries, believe in your worth and stand firm. You don't need someone else's validation to know you're capable. Keep a journal of your achievements, no matter how small, to remind yourself of your strengths when doubt creeps in. Beyoncé's quote inspires you to take ownership of your journey, to see yourself as the safest bet in any gamble. By trusting in your own power, you unlock endless possibilities, just as she has. So, go all in on yourself. Your dreams are worth the wager. Quote 4. Power means happiness. Power means hard work and sacrifice. This striking declaration from Beyoncé redefines power as both a source of joy and a product of relentless dedication, offering a profound perspective on success and fulfillment. Its importance lies in its dual message. Power is not just about influence or control but about finding happiness through effort and sacrifice. In a world that often glamorizes success without acknowledging its costs, Beyoncé's words inspire you to embrace the grind as a path to true empowerment, making this quote a compelling guide for anyone chasing meaningful goals. At its core, this quote challenges conventional views of power, tying it to both emotional reward and disciplined effort. Beyoncé suggests that power, whether personal, professional, or creative, brings happiness because it reflects mastery over your own path. But this mastery doesn't come easily. It demands hard work and sacrifice, choices that require you to prioritize long-term growth over short-term comfort. Beyoncé's own journey embodies this. From her early days grinding in Houston talent shows to her global dominance, her success is rooted in tireless work, endless rehearsals, bold creative risks, and personal sacrifices like time away from family. Her 2018 Coachella performance, a cultural phenomenon, wasn't just a display of talent but the result of months of intense preparation while she balanced motherhood and recovery. This quote reflects her belief that power is earned through commitment, and the happiness it brings is deeper because of the effort invested. It's a reminder that true strength lies in embracing the struggle, not avoiding it. The deeper meaning here is that power is a dynamic force, not a static prize. It's about owning your choices, pushing through challenges, and finding joy in the process of becoming. Beyoncé's career illustrates this vividly. When she launched her self-titled album in 2013 without warning, defying industry norms, it was a gamble that required immense work and faith. The payoff wasn't just commercial success but the satisfaction of shaping her art on her terms. Similarly, her advocacy for Black culture and women's empowerment, from Lemonade to her philanthropy, shows power as a tool for impact, built on sacrifice and purpose. The quote also speaks to the universal truth that meaningful achievements, whether in art, relationships, or personal growth, require trade-offs. Happiness comes not from ease but from the pride of overcoming obstacles through dedication. For you, this quote is a roadmap to harnessing your own power. If you're pursuing a dream, say, building a career, mastering a craft, or improving your health, recognize that the path will demand effort and sacrifice. Embrace it. When you choose to wake up early to study, skip distractions to focus on your goals, or push through fatigue to finish a project, you're claiming your power. Beyoncé's discipline can inspire you. She's spoken of grueling 12-hour rehearsal days, yet found joy in the process because it fueled her vision. You can apply this by setting clear goals and accepting that sacrifices, like less social time or temporary discomfort, are investments in your future happiness. If you're hesitant to start a new venture because of the work involved, take small steps, create a plan, commit to daily progress, and celebrate each milestone. The joy of achievement will outweigh the cost. This mindset also transforms how you navigate challenges. If you're facing a tough decision, like leaving a stable job for a passion project, weigh the sacrifices against the power you'll gain, control over your path, and the happiness of living authentically. Keep a journal to track your efforts and reflect on how they build your strength. Beyoncé's words remind you that power isn't handed to you. It's forged through hard work and the courage to let go of what holds you back. By embracing this, you unlock a deeper happiness, one rooted in resilience, purpose, and the thrill of becoming your most powerful self. Quote 5. We need to reshape our own perception of how we view ourselves. We have to step up as women and take the lead. This electrifying call from Beyoncé is a powerful manifesto for self-empowerment and leadership, particularly for women, urging a revolution in self-perception and action. Its importance lies in its bold challenge to societal norms that often undermine women's confidence, pushing them to redefine their worth and seize control of their destinies. In a world where external expectations can dim one's inner light, Beyoncé's words inspire you to rewrite your narrative and lead with courage, making this quote a rallying cry for transformation and empowerment. The essence of this quote is twofold. It demands a shift in how women see themselves and calls for proactive leadership. Beyoncé recognizes that self-perception shapes reality. When you internalize limiting stereotypes or doubts, you risk holding yourself back. By reshaping how you view yourself, you unlock your potential to lead, not just follow. As a global icon, Beyoncé has lived this truth. From her early days in Destiny's Child to her solo career, she faced pressures to conform to industry standards of beauty, behavior, and artistry. Yet, she redefined herself on her terms, crafting albums like Lemonade that celebrated her Black womanhood and challenged cultural norms. Her call for women to step up reflects her own journey of taking the lead, whether producing her own music, directing her visual albums, or advocating for social justice. This quote is a reminder that leadership starts with self-belief, and for women, who often face systemic barriers, it's a radical act to claim that space unapologetically. The deeper meaning here is that self-perception is a form of power. Society may impose outdated notions, telling women they're too much or not enough, but Beyoncé insists you can reject those narratives. Her work, like the Homecoming, Coachella performance, wasn't just a concert but a bold statement of cultural pride and female strength, showing leadership through authenticity. The quote also acknowledges the unique challenges women face, from workplace biases to societal expectations, and urges them to rise above by owning their value and taking charge. It's about dismantling self-doubt and stepping into roles, whether in family, career, or community, where you shape the future. Beyoncé's advocacy, from her support for Black Lives Matter to her Be Good initiative, exemplifies this, proving that leadership is about impact, not just titles. For you, this quote is a blueprint for empowerment. Start by examining how you view yourself. If you're caught in negative self-talk, like thinking you're not qualified for a promotion or too shy to speak up, challenge those thoughts. Write down your strengths, from your resilience to your unique skills, and let them guide your self-image. Beyoncé's journey shows that reshaping perception takes work. She's spoken of overcoming insecurities by focusing on her purpose. You can do the same by setting goals that reflect your true aspirations, not what others expect. If you're a woman hesitant to lead, perhaps in a meeting, a creative project, or even a personal decision, take a small step forward. Speak up in a discussion, pitch an idea, or mentor someone. Leadership doesn't always mean being the loudest. It's about acting with conviction. In practical terms, apply this by seeking opportunities to lead in your daily life. If you're in school, volunteer for a group project's lead role. At work, propose a new initiative, even if it feels daunting. Beyoncé took risks, like releasing her 2013 album without traditional promotion, because she believed in her vision. You can take similar risks, maybe starting a side hustle or advocating for change in your community. Surround yourself with supportive voices, but don't rely on them for validation. Your worth is yours to define. Keep a journal to track moments when you step up, reflecting on how they build your confidence. Beyoncé's words urge you to see yourself as a leader, to reshape your narrative, and to inspire others by example. By embracing your power, you not only transform your life but also pave the way for others to follow. Quote 6. I can never be safe. I always try and go against the grain. As soon as I accomplish one thing, I just set a higher goal. This electrifying statement from Beyoncé captures the essence of relentless ambition and fearless innovation, serving as a clarion call for those who dare to push boundaries. Its importance lies in its celebration of discomfort as a catalyst for growth, urging you to reject complacency and embrace the challenge of constant evolution. In a world that often rewards playing it safe, Beyoncé's words inspire you to take risks, defy expectations, and chase ever greater heights, making this quote a powerful anthem for dreamers and trailblazers. At its core, this quote reflects a mindset that thrives on challenge and reinvention. Beyoncé's refusal to be safe speaks to her rejection of conformity and comfort zones, choosing instead to forge her own path. Going against the grain means defying norms, whether societal, cultural, or industry-driven, to create something extraordinary. Her career is a vivid illustration, from breaking away from Destiny's Child to launch a solo career, to dropping her 2013 self-titled album without traditional promotion. She consistently took risks that reshaped music and culture. The second part of the quote, about setting higher goals after each achievement, reveals her relentless drive. After her groundbreaking Lemonade album, she didn't rest, she created Homecoming, a cultural masterpiece celebrating Black excellence at Coachella. This quote underscores that true success isn't a destination but a cycle of striving, achieving, and aiming higher, fueled by a willingness to embrace the unknown. The deeper meaning here is that growth demands discomfort. Playing it safe may feel secure, but it stifles innovation and limits potential. Beyoncé's journey shows that going against the grain, whether by challenging beauty standards, addressing social issues in her music, or redefining how albums are released, requires courage and vision. Each time she achieved a milestone, like winning her first Grammy or launching Ivy Park, she didn't settle. She set her sights on something bolder. This mindset challenges the idea that success means arriving. Instead, it's about perpetual motion, where each victory is a stepping stone to a bigger dream. For Beyoncé, safety is stagnation, and true fulfillment comes from pushing past fear to create, innovate, and inspire. For you, this quote is a guide to living boldly and ambitiously. If you're tempted to stick with what's comfortable, staying in a familiar job, avoiding a risky passion project, or following the crowd, Beyoncé's words urge you to break free. Take a risk, even a small one, like pitching an unconventional idea at work or pursuing a hobby that scares you. Her example shows that going against the grain might mean facing skepticism, but it also leads to breakthroughs. If you've achieved a goal, like finishing a degree or landing a promotion, don't stop there. Ask yourself, what's the next challenge? Set a higher goal, like mastering a new skill or launching a side hustle. Beyoncé's Coachella performance came after years of success, yet she pushed herself to create something historic. You can do the same by setting incremental goals that stretch your limits. In practical terms, apply this by embracing discomfort as a sign of growth. If you're nervous about public speaking, join a group like Toastmasters to challenge yourself. If you're in a creative field, experiment with a bold new style, even if it feels risky. Keep a vision board to remind yourself of bigger goals, updating it as you achieve each one. Beyoncé's relentless drive, rehearsing through exhaustion, redefining genres, shows that sacrifice and risk are part of greatness. When you face doubt or fear of failure, channel her mindset. Trust your ability to adapt and grow. By going against the grain and aiming higher, you carve your own path, turning dreams into realities that inspire others. Beyoncé's words remind you that the greatest rewards come from daring to be different and never settling for safe. Quote 7. The most alluring thing a woman can have is confidence. This radiant declaration from Beyoncé distills the essence of personal magnetism, elevating confidence as the ultimate source of allure. Its importance lies in its empowering message, particularly for women, who are often pressured to meet external standards of beauty or worth. Beyoncé's words shift the focus inward, celebrating self-assurance as a transformative force that outshines superficial traits. In a world that can dim one's inner light, this quote inspires you to embrace your confidence as your greatest asset, making it a compelling call to radiate strength and authenticity. The meaning of this quote is rooted in the idea that confidence is more than a feeling, it's a presence that captivates and inspires. Beyoncé suggests that true allure comes not from physical appearance or societal approval but from an unshakable belief in yourself. Confidence, in her view, is a woman's ability to own her space, embrace her uniqueness, and move through the world with purpose. Her own journey reflects this. From her early performances in Destiny's Child to her commanding presence in Lemonade, Beyoncé exudes a confidence that transcends her talent or beauty. She's faced scrutiny over her style, her feminism, her choices, yet she consistently projects self-assurance, whether commanding a stage or advocating for social justice. Her 2018 Coachella performance, a masterclass in cultural storytelling, wasn't just about skill but the confidence to celebrate her Black heritage boldly. This quote underscores that confidence is magnetic because it's authentic, drawing others in through the power of self-belief. This idea resonates deeply because confidence redefines how you navigate life's challenges. Society often pushes women to shrink, to prioritize others' comfort over their own, or to chase fleeting ideals of perfection. Beyoncé's words reject this, asserting that confidence is a woman's greatest strength, enabling her to lead, create, and inspire. Her career shows this in action. When she released her 2013 album without traditional promotion, it was a confident gamble that reshaped the music industry. Similarly, her advocacy through Beyoncé or her unapologetic exploration of identity and formation reflects a woman who trusts her voice. The quote also speaks to the universal truth that confidence isn't about arrogance but about authenticity, knowing who you are and standing firm in that truth, even when the world pushes back. For you, this quote is a blueprint for cultivating and radiating confidence. Start by embracing your unique strengths, whether it's your creativity, empathy, or resilience, and let them fuel your self-assurance. If you feel hesitant in a new job, a creative pursuit, or a social setting, channel Beyoncé's energy, stand tall, speak clearly, and trust your worth. Her confidence wasn't built overnight. She's spoken of overcoming insecurities through preparation and self-reflection. You can do the same by practicing small acts of courage, like sharing an idea in a meeting or trying a new hobby despite fear of failure. If you're navigating self-doubt, perhaps about your appearance or abilities, write down 3 things you love about yourself daily to shift your focus inward. Beyoncé's bold performances, like her Super Bowl halftime show that confidence grows through action. Each step you take strengthens your belief in yourself. In practical terms, apply this by owning your presence in every space. If you're presenting at work, prepare thoroughly and deliver with conviction, knowing your ideas matter. If you're pursuing a passion, like painting or public speaking, don't wait for perfection. Start now and let your confidence grow with practice. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, but don't rely on their validation. Your allure comes from within. Keep a journal to track moments when you feel confident, reflecting on what sparked them. Beyoncé's words remind you that confidence is a choice, to embrace your flaws, celebrate your strengths, and shine unapologetically. By cultivating this, you not only transform how others see you but inspire those around you to embrace their own allure. Quote 8. When I'm not feeling my best, I ask myself, what are you gonna do about it? I use the negativity to fuel the transformation into a better me. This dynamic declaration from Beyoncé is a powerful testament to resilience, turning moments of doubt into opportunities for growth. Its importance lies in its proactive approach to adversity, encouraging you to confront challenges head-on and use them as catalysts for self-improvement. In a world where negativity can feel overwhelming, Beyoncé's words inspire you to take control, transform setbacks into strength, and emerge stronger, making this quote a compelling guide for personal evolution. The essence of this quote is about agency and alchemy, taking the raw material of negativity and forging it into something empowering. Beyoncé's question, "What are you gonna do about it?" is a call to action, rejecting passivity in the face of struggle. Instead of succumbing to low moments, she advocates using them as fuel for transformation. Her own life reflects this mindset. From navigating the pressures of fame to facing public criticism, Beyoncé has turned challenges into triumphs. After the emotional toll of personal betrayals, she channeled her pain into Lemonade, an album that was both a cultural milestone and a deeply personal catharsis. Her ability to transform negativity, whether self-doubt, heartbreak, or external judgment, into art and strength shows that adversity can be a powerful motivator. This quote reveals her belief that growth doesn't come from avoiding pain but from confronting it with purpose and using it to build a better version of yourself. The deeper meaning here is that negativity, while painful, is not an endpoint but a starting point for change. Beyoncé's approach flips the script on hardship, viewing it as an opportunity to reflect, act, and evolve. Her career is filled with examples. When faced with skepticism about her 2013 surprise album release, she didn't retreat but used the doubt to fuel a groundbreaking launch that redefined music distribution. Similarly, her grueling preparation for Homecoming at Coachella, while physically and emotionally taxing, transformed her into a cultural icon who reshaped narratives around Black excellence. The quote speaks to the universal experience of feeling low, whether from failure, rejection, or self-doubt, and challenges you to take responsibility for your response. It's about harnessing negative energy, whether it's frustration or fear, and redirecting it toward growth, creativity, or resilience. Beyoncé's words remind you that transformation is a choice, one that requires courage and action. For you, this quote is a roadmap for turning setbacks into stepping stones. When you're feeling down, perhaps after a tough day at work, a personal failure, or a wave of self-doubt, ask yourself Beyoncé's question. What are you gonna do about it? Don't let negativity define you. Instead, use it to spark change. If you've been passed over for a promotion, channel that disappointment into learning a new skill or seeking mentorship. Beyoncé's discipline, like her relentless rehearsals despite exhaustion, shows that action breeds transformation. You can start small. If you're struggling with confidence, write down one actionable step, like practicing a skill or seeking feedback, and commit to it. If personal challenges, like a strained relationship, weigh you down, use the pain to reflect on what you value and take steps to communicate or heal. In practical terms, apply this by reframing obstacles as opportunities. If you're stuck in a creative rut, use the frustration to experiment with new ideas, just as Beyoncé turned personal pain into the artistry of lemonade. Keep a journal to process negative emotions, noting how you can turn them into action, maybe turning stress into a workout routine or self-doubt into a plan to improve. Surround yourself with supportive people, but don't rely on them to fix your low moments. Take ownership of your growth. Beyoncé's words inspire you to see negativity not as a burden but as fuel for becoming your best self. By asking, "What are you gonna do about it?" you reclaim your power, transforming challenges into victories that shape a stronger, more resilient you. Quote 9. Do what you were born to do. You have to trust yourself. This electrifying proclamation from Beyoncé is a soul-stirring call to pursue your purpose with unwavering self-belief, igniting a fire within anyone seeking their true path. Its importance lies in its empowering directive to embrace your unique calling and trust your instincts, even in the face of doubt or uncertainty. In a world that often pulls you toward conformity or external validation, Beyoncé's words inspire you to honor your innate gifts and lead with confidence, making this quote a powerful anthem for living authentically. The heart of this quote lies in its dual focus on purpose and self-trust. Do what you were born to do suggests that each person has a unique destiny, a passion or talent that sets their soul ablaze. Beyoncé pairs this with the necessity of trusting yourself, recognizing that the journey to fulfill your purpose requires faith in your own judgment. Her own life embodies this philosophy. From her early days singing in Houston to becoming a global icon, Beyoncé followed her calling as a performer, even when the path was uncertain. Her bold choices, like leaving Destiny's Child to go solo or releasing her 2013 self-titled album without traditional promotion, required immense trust in her vision, defying industry norms. Her Lemonade album, a raw exploration of personal and cultural identity, wasn't just art but a testament to her commitment to her purpose. This quote reflects her belief that your calling is your compass, and self-trust is the courage to follow it, no matter the obstacles. The deeper meaning here is that living authentically requires both clarity of purpose and the confidence to pursue it. Society often pressures you to fit into predefined roles or prioritize practicality over passion, but Beyoncé challenges you to listen to the voice within that knows your true path. Trusting yourself means believing in your abilities, even when others doubt you or the road feels daunting. Her Coachella, Homecoming, performance, a celebration of Black culture, was a risk that demanded trust in her vision to create something groundbreaking. The quote also acknowledges the vulnerability of pursuing your purpose. Self-doubt, fear of failure, or external criticism can loom large. Yet, Beyoncé's journey shows that trusting yourself is the antidote, empowering you to push past fear and align your life with what sets your heart on fire. For you, this quote is a guide to discovering and chasing your purpose. Start by reflecting on what you were born to do. What makes you lose track of time? What sparks joy or meaning? Maybe it's creating art, helping others, or solving problems. Once you identify it, trust yourself to pursue it, even if it feels risky. Beyoncé's bold moves, like launching Ivy Park despite a crowded market, show that self-trust fuels success. If you're hesitant to follow a dream, perhaps starting a business or switching careers, take small steps, like researching your field or taking a class, to build confidence. When self-doubt creeps in, remind yourself of past successes, no matter how small, to reinforce your trust in your abilities. Beyoncé faced skepticism but trusted her instincts to create history. You can trust yours to carve your own path. In practical terms, apply this by aligning your actions with your passions. If you love writing, commit to a daily practice, even if it's just 15 minutes. If you're drawn to leadership, volunteer for a project that lets you shine. Keep a journal to explore what feels like your calling and track moments when you trust your gut. Surround yourself with supporters, but don't rely on their approval. Your purpose is yours to define. If fear of failure holds you back, recall Beyoncé's resilience. She turned setbacks into stepping stones. Her words urge you to embrace your unique gifts and trust your inner voice, knowing that doing what you were born to do is the ultimate path to fulfillment. By trusting yourself, you unlock a life of purpose, impact, and unapologetic authenticity. Quote 10. I'm not happy if I'm not creating something. If I'm not dreaming, if I'm not creating a dream and making it into something real. This vibrant declaration from Beyoncé is a powerful ode to the transformative power of creativity and ambition, capturing the essence of a life fueled by imagination and action. Its importance lies in its celebration of creation as a source of joy and fulfillment, urging you to dream boldly and turn those dreams into reality. In a world that can feel repetitive or stifling, Beyoncé's words inspire you to embrace your creative spark and pursue your visions relentlessly, making this quote a stirring call to live with purpose and passion. The core of this quote is about the vital role of creativity and action in finding happiness. Beyoncé ties her sense of fulfillment to the act of creating, whether it's music, art, or a legacy, and the process of dreaming big and making those dreams tangible. This reflects her own journey as an artist who thrives on innovation. From crafting the groundbreaking visual album, Lemonade, to her culture-shifting Coachella, Homecoming, performance, Beyoncé's career is a testament to turning bold visions into reality. Her 2013 self-titled album, released without warning, was a dream she dared to make real, defying industry norms and redefining how music could be shared. The quote suggests that happiness isn't found in stagnation but in the dynamic cycle of imagining, creating, and achieving. For Beyoncé, creativity isn't just a job, it's a lifeline that fuels her soul and drives her to keep pushing boundaries. The deeper meaning here is that creativity and dreaming are universal human needs, not reserved for artists alone. Beyoncé's words challenge the idea that dreams are frivolous. Instead, they're essential to a meaningful life. Turning dreams into reality requires courage, effort, and resilience, qualities she's displayed through projects like Ivy Park, where she built a brand from her vision of inclusive, empowering fashion. The quote also acknowledges the restlessness of a creative spirit. Staying still or settling for less can leave you unfulfilled. Her ability to channel personal experiences, like love or struggle, into art shows that creation is a way to process life and leave a mark. This mindset invites you to see every dream, no matter how big or small, as a seed worth planting and nurturing into something real. For you, this quote is a guide to unlocking joy through creativity and action. Identify what makes you feel alive. Maybe it's writing, cooking, teaching, or problem solving, and make time for it. Beyoncé's discipline, like her months-long preparation for Coachella, shows that turning dreams into reality takes work. If you dream of starting a business, don't just imagine it. Create a plan, take a small step like researching your market, and build from there. If you're stuck in a routine that dulls your spark, carve out space to create, whether it's journaling, painting, or brainstorming new ideas. Her words remind you that happiness comes from active creation, not passive wishing. When self-doubt creeps in, recall Beyoncé's bold risks. She faced skepticism but trusted her vision. You can do the same by setting small, achievable goals to bring your dreams to life, like writing a page a day or prototyping a project. In practical terms, apply this by embracing your inner dreamer. If you've always wanted to try photography, sign up for a class or start with your phone. If you dream of a career shift, take one actionable step, like updating your resume or networking. Keep a notebook to jot down ideas and track progress, reflecting on how creating fuels your joy. Surround yourself with inspiration, books, music, or people who spark your imagination, but don't wait for perfection. Beyoncé's quote urges you to dream fearlessly and act boldly, knowing that each step toward making your vision real brings you closer to fulfillment. By creating and pursuing your dreams, you craft a life that's not just lived but truly felt, vibrant, and alive with possibility. Beyoncé's words resonate like anthems, urging us to embrace our strength, chase our dreams, and define our own worth. From her rise as a global superstar to her fearless advocacy for equality, she embodies resilience and authenticity. These quotes aren't just words, they're a call to action to live boldly, love fiercely, and create unapologetically. Let Beyoncé's wisdom inspire you to break barriers and shape your own legacy. As she reminds us, the world catches up to those who dare to lead.